Hey, what's up guys? It's Michelle, the Farm Babe here, and I just wanted to do a quick video snippet to talk about the importance of buying local. So I was at Publix the other day and I bought this chopped pineapple, which says product of Costa Rica on it, which is fine. Feeding the world is a huge job. It requires imports and exports and food from all around the world to feed us. However, if you ever have a choice and you weren't in a big hurry and really wanted chopped pineapple like me, try to look for the Grown in USA seal. It actually makes a huge difference. In hindsight, I wish that I would have looked a little bit harder or went to my local farmer's market. I live here in Florida where we have an abundance of local fresh fruits and vegetables that can be grown year round. Now, you always don't have that luxury. If you're Canadian or you're living in a cold weather climate, you're not going to find locally grown tropical fruit. However, you can look for products that are grown as locally as possible. So if you're here in the US, head to your local farmers market and support your small local family farms. A vast majority of food, however, is grown from family farms. 97% is family farms, but American grown is so important. So one of the reasons why is because when we are competing with other countries, the cost of labor is so much cheaper. Like in Mexico, for example, some of these workers are paid $5 to $10 a day. I was on a Costa Rican coffee plantation where these guys are making $2, $3 an hour to pick coffee beans, right? Coffee cherries. And so if you see American grown, these workers are very, very well protected. Generally speaking, these guys are making $15, $20, $25 an hour. There's a lot of regulations in place to ensure fair treatment and benefits for like the H-2A program, for example. So we have a hard time in American agriculture finding workers. People don't want to do these jobs. It is backbreaking, difficult labor that can be very underappreciated. So for all of you that are farmers or farm workers, thank you. God bless you. It's not an easy job. So a lot of these workers that we have in the US, they're paid, generally speaking, it's not always perfect, but generally speaking, they're paid pretty well. There's a lot of protections in place to cover housing, benefits, other things like that. So these guys oftentimes, if they're foreign workers, they're making thousands of dollars and they're sending that money back home to their family. Nothing wrong with that. Oftentimes they like to come here and they're eager to come to work because they see how much better their life is here. And we are very grateful for the work that they do on farms. And agriculture is always hiring, by the way. But we also have problems of illegal imports sometimes. So Mexico will just sometimes dump fresh produce down here in Florida, and it's really hard for American agriculture to compete with that. So also, we've got some of the strictest food safety standards in the world. So, there's a lot of checks and balances into place to make sure that your food is safe, that there's not higher levels of pesticide residues or anything like that. So we really have a lot of safety measures in place. So those are just a few reasons. If you can buy local from a farmer's market, that's amazing. Supporting your own community, your own state from some of these smaller, amazing family farms right there in your community definitely helps benefit your region. But then if you see grown in America versus grown in another country, remembering that the food safety standards and that you're supporting your own country and your own farm workers and keeping these farms in business. Sometimes the produce may be a little bit more expensive, but just remember that it's going to that good cause to keep American farmers farming. So thanks a lot for tuning in and let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks.